hope you're okay. My name is Gwen Gibson. I'm a nutritional therapist and I specialize in gut health. I work with women in their 40s and their 50s who suffer from IBS and IBD. I hope you're all okay today. And today I wanted to talk to give you my 5 tips in order to maybe manage your symptoms a little bit better. So, tip number 1 is if you've got symptoms of what you believe is IBS, but you haven't been diagnosed, definitely get in touch with your GP and just get a proper diagnosis. Really, that's what I'm trying to say. Sometimes I think we worry a lot about digestive symptoms that we have, and our mind kind of gets into overdrive. And if you've got IBS, well, if it's something else than IBS you want to know, but if you've got only IBS and that's the diagnosis you received, that might help to calm you down a little bit and get a bit less anxious when you've got symptoms. So get a diagnosis, get in touch with your GP. Number 2, it's not a dietary recommendation actually, it's yoga. Become a yoga person. There's a small study that was done that was comparing FODMAP, which is a diet that is often used for when you've got IBS. They compared FODMAP with yoga practice, and they found that actually yoga was as helpful, if not more helpful, than the FODMAP diet, which is removing a lot of food, and it can be quite tricky and difficult. So the only thing with yoga is that you need to be consistent to see some results. So if you know a lovely class in the area that you're in, just try to maybe go twice a week, book it in advance, and make a commitment to really try this for the next 4 weeks, let's say. The yoga, what it does, it just has an effect on the nervous system. IBS is very much a dysfunction between the gut and the brain axis. And so it does help to rebalance what we call the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system, and put you more into the rest and digest and the fight or flight mode. What yoga does as well, it massages the organs and the digestive tract, and obviously if you've got something even like constipation, it will definitely help to get things moving along. So number 2, yoga. Number 3, remove all the craps from your diet. So before you go on and remove gluten, remove dairy, remove eggs, nuts and seeds, and all of these type of foods, just try and have a look at your diet and remove all the processed food, really. You will need to prepare. You will need to plan in advance. Some useful tricks would be to kind of, when you're cooking a meal at lunchtime, at dinner time, just make double for lunch and bring your lunch with you. Breakfast, you can do something really simple the night before, put it in the fridge and have it ready to grab when you're going to work. But just make a conscious effort, let's say for 2 and 3 weeks, to remove any type of processed food in your diet. I see it very often in clinic where people, the most common thing that people think is a trigger, which can be also a trigger, but not always, it's gluten. And clients resort to kind of using gluten-free products. And these gluten-free products are often full of additives and preservatives that can also be irritating the gut. And then, for example, if you take milk, if you take lactose intolerance, a lot of individuals think dairy is a problem. Well, actually, our cheeses don't have a lot of lactose, so there's no need to remove all of those products. But my third advice is to remove all the processed food and see how you get on. Number 4, keep a food diary. But don't always only keep a food diary, just keep a food, mood, symptom diary. Like I said, very often what happens in your life, the type of stress that you've got may interfere and may really trigger an IBS flare. So, is it because sometimes when you meeting up with someone that you've got more IBS symptoms? Is it because you every morning when you go to work? Is it some talks that you're giving? Anything like this? Just try to highlight the areas when these events in your life are affecting your symptoms. Something simple. Is it better when you go on holidays? And you can see definitely that there may be a link with stress. Number 5. So I'm talking about supplements now. So one of the supplements that has been really shown to help with IBS, and it's been studied extensively, is a probiotic that contains live bacteria, and it's called Lab4, and it's got several strains of bacteria that has been shown to be really helpful for IBS. So you're looking for a strain called Lab4, LAB4. And there's certain so brands that do the Lab4 are Proven and BioCare. So these are brands that I use. There's also another one probiotic called Alflorex that has been shown to be useful for some individuals. Now, with probiotic, from experience in clinic, it can be hit and miss. So some probiotic works for some individuals and others don't. So it's something you've got to give it a good go again. I would say 4 weeks, 8 weeks. I think in the studies where they showed it was with using the products for 8 weeks. As long as it doesn't hurt, just keep going for a period of 8 weeks. The second supplement that I really like is magnesium, because obviously stress, I would say, where stress definitely plays a huge has a huge impact on your IBS symptoms. And magnesium is something that will calm down everything. And when you're getting also contractions and cramping in your lower abdomen, magnesium can help to relax and smooth the muscles as well. So that was my 4th tip. So 1, get a diagnosis. 2, become a yoga person. 3, remove all the crap from your diet. 4, keep a food, mood, symptom diary and what you're doing as well. And then number 5, try maybe probiotics. Obviously, if you're on any other medication, make sure you check with your GP regarding supplementing. Number 6, if you've tried all of these and you need some help, get in touch. Obviously, this is an area I specialize in, and there's a lot of other things you can do. And just don't stay in pain, and don't think that there's nothing you can do, because there's an awful lot that you can do to manage better your IBS and to get your symptoms under control. I hope you found this useful, and I'll talk to you again soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.